Hello friends, my name is Radamasu. Today we shall discuss about a topic, a story point in Agile. Friend, today's topic is very interesting with respect to Scrum and Agile. If you are a student or you are studying for project management. So friend, let's start. First of all, I would request to please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you can also click on the bell option as well so that my new videos can reach to you. So let's start friend. What is story point in Agile? First of all, see friend, Agile is a methodology which we use for development and manage project management of software projects, especially software projects. Okay, so friend, we use this concept of a story point in Agile or Scrum framework for managing the project. First of all, see now what is the story point actually? A story point is a metric used in Agile project management and development to estimate the difficulty of implementing a given user story, which is an abstract measure of effort required to implement in a simple terms. A story point is a number that tells the team about the difficulty level of the story. Now first of all, see friends, story point is basically a number which tells you about the difficulty level of the user story. Now what is the user story? User story is a functional requirement which we have to fulfill. Friend, whenever we talk about a Scrum framework use the concept of the user story. User story is a functional requirement. For example, you are implementing e-commerce solution and you have a requirement that customer can do the payment through credit card. So this is a user story. Customer can log in into the e-commerce solution, for example. So this is a user story. Customer can see the product catalog on the e-commerce solution. So this is a user story. So user story is a functional requirement, a user requirement. Okay, so first of all, try to understand the concept of user story. Now what is the story point here? If you can understand the concept of story point, so user story story point is basically a number which we give to the story, that how much it is difficult. So now what does it mean? Basically, whenever we are implementing projects, so we have to understand that how much it is difficult. So story point is not the man days effort. Okay, remember one thing, it is not the man days effort, it is the difficulty level to accomplish the story or user requirement. For example, if you say that a customer can log in into the e-commerce solution, for example, so if you give one story point to that story or requirement, okay, and you think as a developer that the customer can do the payment through the credit card, so it is more difficult than the login. Okay, so you will give a number 2. Okay, so that means it is more difficult than the customer can do the payment through credit card. It is more difficult than the requirement customer can log in into the system. So that is the concept of a story point in a Scrum framework. Now the story point use the concept of Fibonacci. Fibonacci means that we use 1 2 3 5 8 13 21. So we use these numbers to mention the difficulty level of the story point. Now friend, how we estimate the stories or user requirement? What happened? Actually, we first of all we take one story as a reference point. For example, that we do the planning meeting by using the Scrum Master, Product Owner, Scrum team, all the relevant team members sit together and they take one story as a reference point. For example, just now we can take one story as that we are implementing e-commerce solution. We take the story customer can log in into the system as a reference point. We all says that it is a we will give it a 1 point. Okay, now we identify the other stories and we say, for example, customer can do the payment through credit card. We say that it is more difficult than the login, so we shall give it to the 2 point. Then the story, like for example, the customer can see the product catalog, so we shall give it to the number 3. Another requirement which is more difficult to show the product catalog, so we shall give it to the 5. Now remember friend one thing, that based on the difficulty level we are comparing it to the first story, which is the customer can log in into the system, and based on that difficulty level we are assigning it to the higher number, or we can assign it to the lesser number as well. Now remember friend one thing, that if the story points are more than the 21, so you have to divide the story further. So the number should not be greater than 21. So friend, this is the main concept of a story points. Again, remember that a story point is not the estimated man days, it is the difficulty level based on the comparison with a reference story. So friend, thanks a lot for watching this video. I hope you like this video. If you like, please share it with your friends and colleagues, and thanks for watching the video. Thanks a lot for watching the video. Thank you.